Welcome back to South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and today you join me with this beautiful blue Nissan Qashqai, all new 2022 Nissan Qashqai, and this vehicle looks very beautiful. I like the front end design of the vehicle, but before we speak too much about the vehicle, let me tell you about, you know what I'm going to say, Change Cars. What is Change Cars? Change Cars, online platform where you can buy, sell your vehicle, even inquire about your vehicle. So you know my example, if you have the previous generation Nissan Qashqai, go to Change Cars, ask them, I have the previous generation Qashqai, I would like to sell it. Should I buy the new one? Don't advise you, no, don't buy the new one just yet, wait for a year or so, or just go ahead and buy the new one. There's Change Cars for you. But I've told you about Change Cars. I need to tell you about my thoughts on this vehicle and the look of this vehicle. And number one, the look of this vehicle, the lights. These lights look so beautiful. So the front design is giving off futuristic. It's very futuristic. I like where Nissan is going with this design, so it looks quite beautiful. The previous generation was okay, wasn't the best looking SUVs out there, but this one is definitely for me up there alongside the Sportage, which we're also getting sometime. I'll speak about that in a few. But front end design, I like the design of the lights. So these lights over here, these are the daytime running lights, and they're also the indicators of the vehicle, and then the headlamps are these ones. You would think that these are not the headlamps because they're so small. You're used to headlamps being big so you can actually see, but these do get the job done. Down here you have fog lights, and then front PDC, and then you also have a front camera over here. So the car has a 360 view camera, front sensors up front. Then there's the look of the vehicle in front. Let's go to the back. Let me show you also a part where it looks very beautiful. Most cars these days look beautiful in front, ugly at the back, ugly beautiful at the front, ugly in front. So I like this car because it looks beautiful all around. Let's go to the back, let me show you. So now moving on to the back of the vehicle, what I do like about those vehicles is that how simple it looks compared to the front. The front is out there, it's showing you that this is a new vehicle, but at the back it looks very simple. I like the design. Literally at the back, simple lights, no writing over here, simple, just one big lettering here telling you what car it is. Some vehicles would have been written that there's a 1.3 turbocharged engine, front wheel drive, and I don't like too many bytes at the back. This is simple. So this is a 1.3 turbocharged engine. So Nissan kept it simple here at the front. There's something that I don't like about this car here at the back, but I'll speak about that at 3 things I don't like about the vehicle. I told you a bit about the rear end. There's that thing I mentioned that I don't like, but before I speak about that, let's jump inside. Let me run you about the interior of the vehicle. Then we'll do 3 things I don't like, 3 things I like, the drive, and my recommendation. Let's get inside. So now the interior of this vehicle, lovely place to be. The seats as well, number one for me, the seats feel so good. The Nepal leather this car comes with feels so good. So these seats are electric, driver and passenger electric seats, massage seats for driver and passenger seat as well. So very nice design. I'll show you just now the types of levels of the massage seats, but before we speak about that, let's speak about the design. When you look at the steering wheel, is very simple. Buttons, not haptic feedback or anything like that, but actual buttons. I like that about Nissan. What somehow I don't necessarily like is the fact that instrument cluster is still analog. I feel as if they could have done a full digital instrument cluster, considering how big this infotainment system screen is. So just before we speak about the infotainment system, over here is the gear lever, but then over here D mode, so there's driving modes. So there's eco, normal, and sport, and then electronic handbrake, auto hold, wireless charging pad over here. So this is the Acenta Plus, top of the range. So you get all these niceties, and also something I really do like about this vehicle is that the climate control is here, not in the infotainment system. Still physical buttons, rotary knobs, all of that. Heated seats over here, no ventilated seats as the competition might have. I know the Hyundai Tucson has that, but this one, simple things there. The screen quite big as well. Let me just start up the vehicle. Then you get quite a big screen over there. So speaking about the massage seat, so you swipe like this, and then it takes into a screen like this, and then over here you have 3 modes. So there's relaxing, then there is, hold on, my door needs to be closed. Okay, there's relaxing, then there's refreshing, and then there is lumbar. Honestly, massage seats, do you need them? Honestly, no, you don't. You'd hardly ever use them. For me, it gets irritating. Like, I get as if someone is pushing me at the back. So, but some people are different. I personally don't necessarily think you'd need them, but it's good that it comes with this. And then very big infotainment system. What I don't like about the infotainment system is, as you can see, I am using it with my fingers, so it's leaving marks. There is no knob here that I can control the infotainment system. For me to control it, I need to touch it. And also in some vehicles, namely the Mercedes-Benz, the left-hand side of the steering wheel controls that, right-hand side controls that. So here those part controls that. Right hand side is cruise control only. So if I could control that with this, it would have been perfect sense, because less fingerprints. As you can see now, the car has fingerprints, and that's what I don't like about this vehicle. But speaking of what I don't like about this vehicle, let's go out 3 things I don't like and 3 things I like. And you know how I do it the side, start at the bad. Number 1, let's go outside. And things I don't like about this vehicle. Number 1 that I don't like about this vehicle is this. The car's locked. Most cars will have keyless entry. This vehicle, for 670,000 Rand, I do not have keyless entry. I still need to lock it. Nope. Then it's locked. That's number 1 I don't like. Second thing I like, the back. So the back, same thing. The car's locked, so I need to unlock it first. No electric tailgate. I'm paying 670,000 Rand in an SUV this big, but I don't have electric tailgate. That's the second thing I don't like about this vehicle. It doesn't make sense why I don't have electric tailgates. My car has massage seats, electric seats. I have a Bose sound system, but I do not have electric. I need to close it like this. I don't like that. That's the second thing I don't like. Third thing I don't like, let's go up front. The thing I don't like about this vehicle is this thing. Not the gear knob itself, but the fact that this vehicle is a CVT gearbox. One of the best CVTs I've driven, but the fact that it's a CVT, I don't like that. Now on to 3 things I like about the vehicle. Let's get it. On to 3 things I like about the vehicle. Number 1 is these seats. The Nepal leather seats are just amazing. They're just a touch of class. For under 700,000 Rand, I'm getting these seats. Why not? Second thing I like about the vehicle, let's pan the camera that way and I'll show you. The thing I like about this vehicle is the screen. Very beautiful screen, very easy to use, nice, huge infotainment system, amazing. Second thing I like about the vehicle. Third thing I like about the vehicle, let's go outside. The thing I like about this vehicle, I'm outside for a reason, is the look of the vehicle. The vehicle looks so good in front, at the back, the side, literally even from the top, if you can see it from the top. It looks amazing. So now spoken about the overall look of the car, now to speak about my driving impressions and then recommendation. Let's do driving impressions and then recommendation later. Let's get it. So now you join me inside the Nissan Qashqai for my driving impressions of the vehicle. And first thing I need to tell you is the handling of this vehicle and the power output of the vehicle. So the handling of this vehicle, it handles quite well. I like how it gets over road imperfections so good, especially because it's sitting on 19-inch wheels. You'd think that the car is unstable or anything like that, or it's bumpy, it's a bumpy ride, but this Nissan Qashqai handles that so well. It does that so well. So one thing I do like about this vehicle is the power delivery and the power output. So the power output is 110 and 250 Newton meters of torque. It's decent power. For this vehicle, it's decent power. The problem comes with the gearbox this vehicle is fitted with. This vehicle is fitted with a CVT gearbox. So a CVT gearbox takes time for you to feel the power. So initially, when I got this vehicle, I knew it was a 1.3 turbocharged engine, but I drove it, but I didn't feel the turbo because of the CVT. It takes time to kick in. It kicks in longer at the top of the revs. So I'm like, okay, is this actually a turbocharged? Until I got to higher revs, and then I'm like, okay, it is actually a turbocharger. So now the CVT gearbox in this one is one of the best CVT gearbox I've experienced. My stance on CVT gearboxes, I don't like them. You guys have known over the vehicles I've got, I don't like them. But this specific one is tuned and refined to a point where it simulates the normal automatic gearboxes, and it does that very well. Honestly, the first time I drove this vehicle, I wasn't sure if it's a CVT or not. I had to properly accelerate, push the vehicle so I can feel that top end CVT. So it simulates the normal gearboxes perfectly, but the flow with CVT gearboxes, no matter how you simulate it or no matter how refined it can be, you can still tell it's a CVT. So for low speeds, you put your foot down, take some time, and then gets going. That's my problem. So if it was a normal conventional automatic gearbox, you put your foot down, it gives you that low end torque where this vehicle struggles with. Well, the torque in this vehicle comes in later on in the rev range. So vehicles that have normal automatic gearboxes and a dual clutch, for example. So I know this power is found in the exact same power figures found in the Volkswagen Tiguan, the 1.4, 110, 250. But that vehicle, because it has a dual clutch transmission, it feels quicker, it feels more better low end because of the gearbox. So this gearbox for CVT is one of the best. But honestly, if Nissan had went the route of a normal gearbox or torque converter gearbox or dual clutch gearbox, it would have been much better. But honestly, that aside, it puts the power down so well, it gets the job done. It's enough for you for city driving. Honestly, this vehicle does the job. You'll enjoy the vehicle, especially where I'm sitting, the inside, the interior of this vehicle. So the suspension of this vehicle perfect. I really do like how the vehicle is. It feels so good. The power delivery, that's decent. It gets the job done. The gearbox, I'm not a fan of the CVT gearbox, but in this vehicle is done so well. So this vehicle also has adaptive cruise control and autopilot. So it has a steering assist that works wonders. It's one of the best ones I've experienced. I've experienced some in the Haval. I've experienced others in different vehicles as well. But this one is one of the best because it literally steers for you, but you need to keep your hand a bit on the wheel, or because if you let go of the steering wheel for quite some time, it'll start beeping at you. But that's a safety measure. But honestly, it makes sense why, because you can't have your hands not on the steering wheel. Overall, the Nissan Qashqai for me is a very good vehicle, and it's time where I need to speak about, do I like the car, would I buy the car, and would I recommend it? It's very interesting in terms of recommendation, because actually, let me not speak too much about it. Watch the recommendation, and yeah, let's go to that part and then we'll see how that goes. So we're on to that last part of the segment. Do I like the car? Would I buy it? Would I recommend it? Number one, do I like the car? Yes. Number two, would I buy the vehicle? Yes, but not for me. For my mother, yes, I would buy the vehicle. The third thing, would I recommend the car? Definitely. Look, this vehicle, it has its audience, it has its target market. I'll definitely recommend it to people. I wouldn't say don't buy it, because this vehicle is a very good vehicle, just that there's those minor flaws that I personally don't like. And interesting enough, that our next test car is a Haval 86 GT. I went to the launch of that, link in the description box below. And then after that we have the Kia Sportage, and after that we have the Haval Hybrid. So all these vehicles compete with each other, and at the end of the last review, which should be the Haval Hybrid, I will tell you which one to go for, or which one is my pick out of the 4 vehicles, and then you guys will tell me which one is your pick. But personally, this vehicle, putting those ones aside, this vehicle, if someone were to buy it, I'll be like, look, you did a good job. It is a good car. You won't regret. It is, for what it is, very good car. 670,000 Rand, perfect. Kia Sportage, above 700,000 Rand. Haval, around the same price as this vehicle. So this vehicle, for what it is, it does get the job done, and looks wise, it turns heads. So I would recommend it, and it is a good vehicle. From my side, yeah, you know the things I don't like, but I've honestly enjoyed this vehicle. I hope you guys like the review. Remember, like, comment and subscribe, share the video around, and also buy my caps. I'm not wearing them because you guys are not buying them, but buy them, I'll wear them. Next review, if I remember, I'll wear it. But comment down below what you think of the vehicle. And I'm Nicky Nash. From me and my photographer Vaughn behind the camera, videographer, we're signing out.